Hello, crypto boys and ghouls, and welcome back to the channel, Tales from the Cryptmancer, where we feature content on play and earn games on the blockchain, such as Splinterlands. And today I wanted to share a clip from this weekend's Splinterlands TV Twitch stream where the topic of DEC came up. And you may have also seen Crypto Llama's recent video on the DEC and proposal topics, which came out today as well. And Crypto Llama's interview was actually recorded last Thursday is when we did that. And the clip in this video was actually recorded this past Saturday over the weekend. And there's been a lot of change during this time window alone, including the introduction of the Chaos Legion pack burning proposal, which in my mind was a pretty big game changer. Now keep in mind, last time DEC was at PEG was June 10th of this year, and the SPS airdrop actually ended on July 26th. And at that point in time, the Chaos Legion packs were made available for purchase via DEC. Now, the price of DEC when the SPS airdrop ended was actually 0.0005375, and the price of DEC just a week ago was 0.0005671. Now, since the SPS airdrop ended at the end of July, we've actually only sold or given away approximately 800,000 Chaos Legion packs during that time, and those that were sold were likely purchased with DEC. Now, with the Chaos Legion burn proposal in play potentially, and with a time box of March 31st of next year, I think there's a good probability that we sell a lot more than 800,000 Chaos Legion packs for DEC. And if we were to sell all remaining 4.7 million Chaos Legion packs for DEC and didn't burn that many of them in the process, it would actually require almost 19 billion DEC, which is why the burn proposal is such a big deal for DEC pricing between now and the end of March. So take a listen to this clip from our weekend Splinterlands TV Twitch stream. But remember, the market may not be acting rational right now. DEC is up over 34% in the last week alone, and that's on less than $380,000 in volume. So proceed with caution, and remember, nothing on this channel is financial advice. Woody, what are my thoughts on DEC going back to PEG? When do I think it'll go back to PEG? If the proposals are passed? And if they are not, do I think it'll slowly climb? That's a great question, Woody. There's a lot of content there. And if DEC will climb if the other proposals fail, but the LP rewards are stopped. So much great questions there. Let me see if I can answer them one by one. So first of all, if you haven't noticed, look at DEC today. DEC is up almost 12%, up to 0.00068. Let me update it and see where it is now. Yeah, still at 0.068. So DEC today is just up 12%. And if all like Lux Vega goes through, the LP reward reduction goes through, the Rift Watchers and the node proposal goes through, my feeling is there is a good chance for DEC to get back to PEG in the near term. But it also has to do with one other factor that no one is talking about, and that is the Chaos Legion pack burn proposal. If that is also passed on top of all the others we just mentioned, it's a very high likelihood that this 0.00068 is 0.0095 at that point in time. Not financial advice, but why do I say that? Is because all these other proposals that were just talked about are going to slowly get DEC to a better spot. You can have obviously less supply and obviously more demand. And that's just marketing. markets are going to market. But also what you're going to have is you still have tower defense packs giving good APRs, which are at a discount for DEC packs or DEC pricing right now. And then Chaos Legion. If there's a time box put on Chaos Legion, I really believe that Chaos Legion is going to start to move and it's going to sell. And let's do the math. 4.5 million Chaos Legion packs. Correct me if I'm wrong, but Chaos Legion packs are 4,000 DEC. 4,000 DEC times 4.5 million, because most people are going to buy the packs with DEC, especially while it's under peg. That right there is 18 billion DEC if we sold out Chaos Legion by March 31st. Do you know what removing 18 billion DEC would do to the price of DEC? Well, let's take a look. Give me a second. We'll see. I forget the exact amount of DEC in circulation. I don't know for sure if it's 30 million or excuse me, 30 billion or less. Let me take a look here. I don't know off the top of my head. Let's see if we can deduce some things here. So these are DEC holdings as reported by Peak Monsters. It doesn't include the liquidity pools, I think, necessarily, off of Hive. So it wouldn't include things off the Hive blockchain. But what is this? The largest holder is Splinterlands with 2.5 billion. It's saying that there's 6.3 billion DEC that Peak Monsters is tracking in circulation. Like, again, I don't know right off the top of my head exactly how much is out there, but obviously 18 billion DEC is greater than 6.3 billion DEC. So yeah, do I think it can go to peg? Absolutely. And I honestly think it could, with SPS burning mechanics, take SPS quite a bit higher as well. So I do agree that that is a possibility, and it's really in our hands as a community. Now, I've been pretty vocal saying that I don't really like the node change and the Rift Watcher change. But in the grand scheme of things, I mean, let's face it, Matt's a genius. And if Matt is saying, hey, trust me, if we do these proposals, yes, you might have paid a little bit more for Rift Watcher packs, and yes, you might have paid a little bit more for nodes, but you won't care because after these proposals pass, your SPS and your DEC will be worth so much more, and thus inherently the cards will be worth so much more, and all of your Splinterlands assets will be worth so much more. So don't even worry about it. Just let the flywheel do what the flywheel is going to do. So from that perspective, I'm honestly thinking about changing my mind and voting for the Rift Watcher and the node proposals, because at the end of the day, even though I don't like the concept of it, I still trust Matt. I still trust that he's done the math and he knows what he's talking about. And if he recommends it, I mean, it's honestly good enough for me at this point in time. The Matt and the Splinterlands team is not infallible. I mean, they're human, right? But I will say that, maybe other than the DEC airdrop reward SPS mistake and maybe the Chaos Legion print rate mistake, other than those two, I mean, the track record is really strong. So I'm of the mindset to just put my faith in the team and say yes. Is kind of where I'm leaning. So we'll see. And to answer, I think the third part of your question, if the other proposals don't pass, but the LP rewards are stopped for DEC. I think by turning off the faucet that is the LP rewards and eventually the leaderboard rewards, I think, yes, DEC will slowly crawl back to PEG, but the timing of that will be much, much longer.